And thank you for waiting for today's Rise of Nyarlathotep. We had some technical difficulties as I was supposed to put the dog in the crate earlier and I didn't, and she stepped on the power bar and I had to sit through Windows Update. But regardless, we have made it. We are here. We are ready. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Lucas. I will be your GM for the evening. My pronouns are he, him, and we hop on over to Ian.
Oh, geez. I hope I'm not muted. That'd be very embarrassing.
You're good.
All right. For once, yeah. Hi. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody is hanging out, having a good return to whatever it is you have to do when the day's celebrations are done. I'm excited to be here because the party and Weary are going to get to reunite, even though I'm just just a head crab right now. So we'll see if I can find my old body and get all that stuff back. If not, I'm sure Lucas has plans for that nightmare, whatever that looks like. But yeah, I'm playing Weary, pronouns they, them, Tiefling Artificer. And I'm also playing Trust, Weary's husband, pronouns he, him, until such a time in which I can switch completely back to Weary once more.
All right, I heard you loud and clear. Kill Trust. Moving on to... No, it'll be all right. Trust will live. Don't worry. We don't have to use Trust Corpse so that Weary can attach to it. We won't play out the dark nightmare mode. Up to Meg.
That's the season finale, obviously.
Well, wasn't that your nightmare version of Weary if we did the bad?
Oh yeah, that was the bad ending for sure.
All right, Meg.
Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome back. My pronouns are she, they. I am playing Alora, your favorite socially anxious goblin druid who just provides magical dirt and stupid decisions. Whose pronouns are they, them, and I'm scared. But we're here!
And Jess.
There, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her. I'm coming to you live from a very shaky internet connection, so hopefully it'll hold up for the stream. I'm playing Glyph, who's also very nervous and worried about this whole situation, and their pronouns are they, he, or he, they. What is gender?
And Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve, and I'm playing TK37 and Darkblade now. And I'm a telekinetic goblin super soldier / sword, I guess. And also, I might just be dead, just straight up be a sword by the end of this. We shall see. I've only been waiting, 2 weeks now to find out if I'm survive this shit. And yeah, we're all girls. I guess some of Darkblade isn't a girl. Most of Darkblade isn't a girl. I think Darkblade might be a little bit sexist.
Well, you're Darkblade, so.
Oh yeah, I Darkblade is a girl now.
There you go. So then you're set.
But there's a lot of Darkblade in there, you know.
Yeah.
I've yet to meet another girl in the Darkblade, so...
You gotta go talk around. You only talk to Alithid Darkblade and the accountant Darkblade.
Well, I met the Dino Darkblade.
And Jason.
Hello, I'm Jason. I'll be playing Kurtok, the Simply Superb Plumerian Bard. And apparently everyone's wishing us a Happy New Year, so Happy New Year on January 3rd. Have a good one, everyone.
Happy New Year. Speaking of New Year's has sound. And what else has sound? Sirenscape, which we proudly use. Here, we will play all sorts of weird songs and sounds brought to you by the wonderful Sirenscape. And if you want to recreate some lost ancient memories that are sitting in you because you decided 2023 is the year I become an H-kin, well, good news, you can hop on over to Sirenscape and make that that dream come true. What are you doing holding back? Also, we are proudly ambassadors for Roll20. That's right. They, in their infinite wisdom, decided to grant us space. So we gladly shoved our foot in that door and we have taken it. So if you want some wonderful online space where you could be playing your games, they got modules, they got campaigns all set up, adventures, everything. Hop on over to Roll20. You can create a free account, use it. They got them dice on there. And then if you want to play one of those cool new campaigns, you just pay the money that you would have paid for the book, and then you don't have to deal with anything physical. Instead, it's on there, and they already set all the maps up for you and your players. So that's cool as hell. Check out Roll20. Okay, so it's been a while, and Jess made a really cool recap, but I had so many technical difficulties I didn't get a chance to show it. I will show it next session, but to kind of speed us all back up what had happened in the previous December-ish times, the party you've entered into this floating castle in the sky. You summoned it from the clouds, the castle in the cloud, and now it is floating over this just absolutely wrecked town in the mountains of North Harbor. You went up there flying on some night gaunts and landed, caused some problems for some Dorvans, and then found out that Flint is just very disturbed individual, having spent a little bit too much time in the Far Realms. It tends to do things to people. So after experiencing all of that, including weird, warped, messed up apartments and stuff like that, and other many variations of Tiffany's personality put into these horrible, monstrous forms, the party had finally killed a number of them, and this eyeball face appeared. And TK gladly stepped into its mouth and entered into the basement, where there was this gigantic, horrible Shoggoth-like monstrosity, this like flesh attached to the walls and everything, eyeballs everywhere, and this dwarven face appeared. And TK spoke to Flint using a potion to emulate Tiffany's voice. TK had almost talked Flint down from all of it, really showing him that he's gone too far. He went over the deep end on this one, but unfortunately it was time to roll persuasion. As we all know, TK is not the champion of the charisma stat, and did get a 1 and a 3 with advantage, a 1 and a 3. So unfortunately it did not succeed. And so we had this epic moment where TK said fuck it, used the most powerful move that the Darkblade could muster, ended up just like ripping through their own body. They go flying, this creature / Flint is flying at them, slam into each other. TK does destroy the mask. This would be the third mask that you've destroyed. Break shatters out, and then TK had fallen down to the ground, this bloody mess in death saving throws. But that's not where we shall start our tale. We head on over where we see Tyrell Fatona. They have these ceremonial robes on, as many shades of gray. And it's just like, it has a little bit of gold and everything threaded through it. Strange designs. When you look at the designs, it's almost like they're moving on the robes, but they're not. This strange optical illusion that's happening. Their hands are placed around a scepter as they are stepping up and getting onto this strange albino spider horse that has this chitinous plating on it. They look down at this little associate, this little cretin, as they're sort of like scurrying forward. They have like these long arms that they reach up to, but a very stout body and stout legs, as they're helping adjust the saddle. And they look up at Tyrell. Everything's in order, it's all good, everything's good. Yes, I do think you're going to enjoy this one. And Tyrell looks down as takes the banded metal mask and places it over his face. And the cake? Is the cake ready? Oh yes, the cake is ready. The cake is divine. Everyone will appreciate the cake. And the wine? Only picked out the finest for you and your generals. The wine is, it's splendid, superb. We no longer need a seat for a number of the people. remove Flint's seat and Arabisha's. I think it's just going to be the three of us.
Oh, of course, yes, there'll be more cake for you and the other gloriousnesses. Oh, how wonderful this will be, a celebration of three. Yes, well, let me get the doors here for you.
And they sort of like scurry forward. You hear their legs are like snapping and cracking as they're moving along, and their legs are growing and extending, but their body's still this little stout orb. And they reach out with these long arms and they push open this set of double doors. We look out into the outside. There is, the whole area looks like it once was covered in lush vegetation, but it's been like ripped and torn out. Some of it's dead, like these just scraggly bushes and trees that are desperately trying to grow in this region. We're looking at the side of this mountain. It's reaching up high into the sky, these storm clouds sounding off. And we look out all in this region. There are so many cultists, so many, hundreds. And they're all standing there and screaming and clapping as he waves his hands out. He has his spider horse march forward, and he goes to the side of this cliff overlooking this whole valley that's set up. They've like just artificially dug into this area. Behind him, a tree of just untold majesty reaches out, its branches gargantuan, but it looks sickly. A lot of the leaves have fallen off. Large holes have been bored into it all over, and you can see this sap leaking out almost like blood. He waves his scepter at everyone there. Greetings, O wonderful worshippers of chaos. You have arrived because you are not okay with the status quo of this world. You're tired of the day-to-day, the laws that they've put in place, this artificial society that they tell you have to fit in and you do not. And finally, our time has arrived. A great many of our brethren have given their lives for this moment, and there were some that said it could not be done. And here we are. A tree of life stands before us begging for death. How about that? They said we would never pierce the bark, and yet we found the scepter. They said we could never command the creatures of the area, yet we have the steed here. And when it tried to unleash its hellish elements on us, these robes kept us safe. All the pieces are in place. Now, let us begin the preparations. Let everyone remove their false skins. And once more he waves the scepter, and a flash just ripples over everyone as they all start screaming and tearing at themselves, ripping parts of them out as these creatures of variety are just bursting forth. We see some Dwarvens. We see some of these weird, strange, like willowy, thin creatures that are bursting forward. And you saw a few of these before. We see some that look like they're gigantic centipedes that are like swirling in, like trying to eat one another. And there's just all these manner of beasts are shattering from all these people who were standing there before. Hundreds upon hundreds of them are just ripping apart into this chaotic maw as the banded mass stares down at everyone and smiles. And we go over to our dear party. And we're going to take a few steps back. We're going to go to everyone who is up where TK was when she had stepped into that maw of eyes. So before the explosion, before the death of Flint and all that. So right now, all of you would be probably, just sort of standing there right after TK said that she was going to go take care of things. You go deal with Weary.
I believe we had a locate object spell we were using to kind of get closer.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you do, and you did see, so it's pulling like sort of upward and over. You did see that before there's a set of stairs that are leading up. So that is like, you just have to sort of exit this weird messed up apartment area. And then you can take those stairs up probably to the new area.
Yeah. As soon as TK is just like, go find Weary and steps through that portal and it closes itself, Glyph was reaching to stop her, but it just fades away. And I stagger through where it was, and I'm standing there just shaking. I'm so mad. And you said this looks like an apartment, right?
Yeah, like really
Sort
twisted
of.
apartment, like the wallpaper's like peeling, things are warped, like, photos like really large on one side and it goes smaller on the other. And
Yeah.
There's
I
a Joker poster hanging up.
Yeah,
the
it's
wall.
so
really-
twisted.
really
It's
so
so
twisted.
twisted.
you live in a society.
Yeah, you don't have to be insane to be one of this guy's weird wife dolls, but it helps.
Yeah. Glyph just picks up like the closest chair just from the back of it, and I just swing it and throw it at a wall and shatter it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually, when it hits the wall and you expect it to shatter, it splatters everywhere.
Oh, of course it's made of goo.
This place is terrible.
No,
Also-
no, full agreement. I don't like this place.
Also, how can a woman so small be so aggravating? Is she doing this on purpose?
No, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Like,
I don't think TK does anything by accident usually.
No.
yeah,
I
not
know.
anymore.
course,
I
of
feel
course.
like.
This is fine. This is fine. This will work out. We have to go get Weary. We will find Weary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, where?
It says upstairs is I think where we were being led, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going upstairs, and hopefully we'll get closer and figure things out that way.
All right. Well, you all start heading to the stairway, and you don't encounter any other Tiffany's or strange little creatures or anything like that. Strangely enough, you think Luke had one or two more, and so you head on up to the stairwell, and these stairs themselves look pristine. Everything else is covered in this strange ice, and there's weird, like, sometimes there's goo and things or skin or anything like that as you're moving along, just this unpleasant situation. But the stairs and this stairwell, untouched by anything. You just walk up, and it's unnerving almost hearing your feet clinking on this metal as you're just marching upwards. And I will bring you all. Oh, I guess we'll just go on to the new map here.
Oh dear Lord.
Stepping out of the stairwell, you see that there is all these tubes everywhere. Some of them are larger than others. Inside most of them, you see different variations of Tiffany. But unlike the versions that are walking around, there's gargantuan ones that are just trotting past you. They don't even notice you. They're just slamming around, bumping into things, speaking gibberish. But the ones inside these tubes are really, really close to what you'd expect Tiffany would look like.
Ugh.
Boy, it's a good thing TK didn't come to the tube room.
And these
Very good.
little robots, they're like, think of it like large Roombas with arms, little metal arms. They're just moving around, and they're going to these tubes, and they're pressing buttons. They're checking things. Sometimes they, have like this pipe that comes out of them and injects something into it, and you see like the water might shift colors. And you see these giant Tiffany's that are moving around, knocking into things, and just sort of like screaming or just babble talking as they're walking around. And one of the little Roomba robots comes up to all of you, and it stops right in front of you.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Strange is how I would describe it. Very strange right now.
Okay. Can I get you anything?
You could just carry on. Or actually, where are the nearest stairs? We want to go up.
There are stairs down.
So you don't know where the up is?
I don't believe there's more upstairs, but there is more downstairs.
Okay, well, thanks for the info. Kurtok turns to everyone else. Do you guys want to ask the little one anything?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're not here to cause any trouble.
Yes. Little round automata. What is happening here?
We're growing. We're doing good work. We've been instructed to do this good work.
Oh,
Yes, it looks like you've been very industrious.
Yeah, we're very talented.
Hmm.
And we have these new metal bodies. Hooray!
What happened to your old bodies?
Time. Too much time. Too much time. Too much time where there was none. There's no time in the void.
Oh. Oh, it's like a poem.
Is there another way out of this room besides the way we came?
Yes.
Do we want to go that way, guys?
There are another set of stairs that go down, or there's hallways. You can leave this large open area.
Where is the thingy telling us to go?
Yeah, I look over at Kurtok's compass.
It's
way
no
is
longer
it pulling
pointing
me?
up since you've you've went upstairs. Now it's sort of pointing directly over to where you notice there are doors that are further off to the northeast, and you do see there is another hallway where you can kind of make out that there are stairs going down.
Okay, well, I'm gonna head towards the doors where it looks like it's leading.
We should not split up.
I mean, well, sorry, you're right. Thank you so much, Automata friend.
Careful.
What happens below the stairs? You said there were more stairs going down. What's down?
That's where it stays.
What is?
Oh,
It had the most time.
oh, it's a good vintage, Tiffany.
No.
Oh, that
What is it then?
yeah.
I turn the volume down on my voice I'm like, it's possibly Flint or something worse.
No,
It once was, but now what it is, I don't think there's a word for it.
Oh,
No.
man.
There would not
Sorta-
be.
Yeah.
Where is? I don't want to say master. I don't like that word. Where is? Flint.
In the basement.
Oh, okay. We're going the opposite direction, so that's good to hear.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, young sir.
Bye.
And it sort of just starts wheeling away, and it goes up to another one of the tubes and just starts pressing buttons on it.
Yeah, Glyph doesn't can't facially emote, but I'm very clearly like, okay, the compass is pulling us this way. So if we leave them to their duties, they should leave us alone as well.
Right. We stay away from it just in case.
Yeah, let's go see what's behind that door.
Door number 1. Yay, because that always goes well.
Every single time. It opens up into this room filled. Well, let's just make sure my voice monitor is going. Okay, good. It opens up into this room that's filled with computers. And there's another one of those little bots that's sort of roaming around in here, pressing buttons. There is a door that is off to the side that's like, sort of by one of the computers that leads further in. And it looks like there's like some ice that's starting to form over it, but it looks like it's still operational. But you're staring at this little robot thing as it turns towards you, and you hear this sort of like hissing release of this air pressure as the top opens up, and it's this like pile of skin and teeth and eyes, and it has a little long mouth, and there's hair, like blonde hair on it, little like fingers that are sticking out of the mass.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. What are you doing here?
I
thought you were scheduled for death. You didn't feel like it?
Yeah, we kind of have a way of avoiding those sort of obligations.
Oh, me too.
Or we'll do it ourselves.
Oh,
That's a
we're
good
the
point.
efficient ones. I used to be like you.
And it points this shaky finger at Trust.
So strong. Yes. Oh, those were the days.
What's your name?
Don't know anymore. There's too much time. Too much in the void.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much time would you say you have?
I think I got rid of all of it. Now I'm just me.
That is a good thing to be.
What are you looking for?
Something lost and personal.
Oh, personal things. Yes. Attachments. Are you looking for corpses or jewelry or what are you looking for?
We can start with alive things, preferably, but I suppose corpses will do.
Yes. I suppose they will do.
Oh, I don't like how you said that.
Through the door there. Oh, could one of you do a favor for me?
It depends on what it is.
Can you brush the hair out of my eyes?
Laura's gonna cautiously just like...
Their hair feels like spaghetti. As you're moving. You're like,
There's spaghetti here, yeah.
With or without sauce?
with, for
No
sure.
sauce. Oh, with. That's not where I thought you were going.
It's the grease, baby.
Oh, I was thinking like noodly. I was thinking like a wet noodle.
It's like
butter
spaghetti and sauce.
noodles.
Yeah, you're just like pushing it, and like it moves like the skin too and everything. But then their eyes are clear of hair.
The meatball falls on the floor.
I've had hair in my eyes for far too long. Years, I suppose.
I want to take one of my scarves real quick, and I'm like, let's resolve that problem. And I want to just basically give them like a headband.
Oh, what is this?
This will keep the hair out of your eyes in the future.
You remind me of I think I had a child. Oh, they were always so attentive. What was their name? I don't know. Oh. Back to work.
What are you working on here?
Do you want to know? Because once you know, you can't not.
I kind of look to the others.
Trust is
We
already
all-
trying to open the door.
Oh, everyone's like, no.
Should we all like cover our ears and then only Glyph knows and then
Yeah, like, do
Glyph
you
can
want to
kinda
be
buffer for
the
us?
do you want to be the Odysseus during the siren raid of just like, you have to listen to the song. It's for you.
Of course.
All right, so everyone covers their ears, and Glyph, you crouch on down because they beckon you forward with their fingers. I'm looking into the great, wondrous creations of Yig and their wonderful children. And now that you've heard the name, they'll look for you too.
Oh, well, they can get in line.
They're already here. Do you feel it? You get a
What do I-
warning.
Oh, great.
Glyph's already got like 20 tracking
I have
cookies, though,
so much. I have so much malware.
Full of pop-ups.
It says that there is like something that's blocking up some of your inner gears that are supposed to be helping you move your shoulder.
Really? Can I
They
flush
found
it?
you. They found you.
Oh,
You can just sort of
beans.
like pop open and try to pull it out.
Oh, there's something physically
Yeah.
inside my shoulder. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me I turn to them and I'm like, cover your eyes.
Trust turns around.
Yeah.
I don't want them to see this. All right, I'll so this isn't my shadow shoulder, this is my mechanical shoulder.
Your
I'm
mechanical
assuming.
one, yeah.
Great. All right, I peel off my several layers and crack it open. What's in there?
You use your hand and you pull out this snake. This little snake as you're pulling it out, and it has this human face. It's dangling in front of you. And it's staring at you. You'll kill your friends. It'll all be your fault again. Glyph, you will recreate the worst of your kind.
Well, maybe not.
She will die in your arms. And it will be your fault.
I crush the snake.
You squish it, like the blood like goes over your hands, and it squeals a bit, and you just sort of throw it onto the ground.
I stomp it to a paste. What a
Yig-
delightful place.
Yig loves their children more than any. Enjoy! Thank you for the headband!
Okay, I gesture everyone, or I tap on everyone's shoulder and get them to turn around.
What'd
And
you
I'm like-
learn?
Nothing I didn't already know.
Right. Seems cool.
All right.
Trust is so indifferent.
Trust is the best. Trust
I'm
is just rolling with all of this.
Yeah, just like it must have been a fair trade. You gave him a headband, he gave you something else,
Well,
right?
the alternative is Trust has to come face to face with all of this.
Trust is just like everything's fine, everything's cool.
You know, I'm not allowed to consider the nightmares that I'm looking at with my eyeballs.
Yeah.
So you open the door, and this hallway, I don't have a map for this. I made this up. This hallway goes and leads further in, and more and more of it is coated in this ice. There are these cells that are set up, and a lot of them hold just malicious and horrid tools of torture and just like you see that there are tools for like surgery and whatnot, all sorts of things splayed out, and all of them of course are dirty. There is no one is practicing proper guidelines here. But you get to one door and the cell is open, and you see just the stupidest looking hat on the ground. It's like half baseball cap, with the back is a sun hat, and you instantly know who this belongs to. So you're on the right path. And you look into this cell. And for the first time this year, we're holding up this bad boy. So what this means is that we are going to have a body horror filled situation. And when I bring this back down, that means that we're done with it. And I'll give a quick TLDR. But while I'm holding this up, go ahead. And if you want to mute, take off your headphones, and just know when I bring it back down, you're all good to go. So I'll give you a second. Okay. You look into this cell, and there is blood everywhere. You see one of Weary's hands is on this tray, fingers all removed. You see one of Weary's legs over on a table. The skin's been taken off. The flesh has been put into like different little pots. Weary's organs are strung up on these chains. And then you see another perfect, not hurt at all Weary body, missing the head. Looked like the head just popped right off. There's blood that is seeped down. There's holes that look like long legs go into. And you see another Weary body, and the torso is ripped open and the guts are gone. The clothes are torn to shreds, and you just see many, many variations of Weary's body all over destroyed. So in here there are just many, many different Weary bodies and that are just wrecked, but there is one that is fine other than missing a head.
As soon as we kind of register what's in this room, possibly me a bit quicker, because I was leading the way, I grab Trust and I like make him look at me, and I'm like, "Do not look, don't look."
And Trust has already sort of gotten the general vibe. So even with your distraction, Trust is just.
It's also like think of it as like the iron bars. It's not like a solid wall or anything blocking this cell. So like you can see through it, no problem.
Cliff, I appreciate this, but I have to look. This is my spouse.
I give you a reassuring shoulder squeeze, and I let you go.
And you said there's like bars between the bodies and us, right?
Yeah, there's an open door, so like you can step into there. It's because Weary and Kyle just left it open when they left.
All right, Trust walks in and gives a scan of the room. Normally they're a dark red. Right now they are starting to look pinkish, like they are pale, and their like knuckles are just like tense, and they're clearly holding back absolutely everything to try to manage the task ahead. Now Trust knows about the alchemical vampire thing in theory, has not seen it in practice, but does see the headless body and can kind of very quickly assume there's a chance that Weary's still alive.
One thing catches your eye, Trust. You see there's a finger that's been placed on like a different tray, and you see the ring is on that finger.
And Trust goes over and takes it off and tucks it away. Give this back to you. I check the headless body. It's pretty cold up here in the castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not too much decomposition.
No, not at all. Some of them look a little older, but they're more like they started to freeze, if anything. Okay.
Yeah, I take some of like the loose scraps of extra fabric that Kyle does not need, and just tamp it on top of the head stump, and just like body shaking while doing this, just kind of picks up the weary body after like breaking the chains off and turns around. If this works the way I think it does, if we can get Weary's head onto their body, they'll be just like you. I think we have to go find TK now.
As you say this, a loud, deafening explosion erupts below you, and all of you are sort of thrown forward. You barely catch yourselves as just you feel this shockwave of energy move through, and you hear this scream, two screams really. One sounds like the scream of Tiffany because TK had taken that potion, and the other sounds like the scream of a man. We go down to the basement.
Oof.
In the basement, TK, you are laying face first in this pool of your own blood. As your consciousness, you're looking up, and like it's sort of like fuzzy and fading. You're reaching a hand forward. You see where Weary and Kyle are. You try to sort of drag yourself their way, but your body just doesn't want to move. And you're so tired as you feel yourself slip away. You find yourself at first in the chamber with the many different dark blades around you. And they're trying to say something to you, but you can't hear them.
Yeah, she's just sitting there squinting. Like, I think her head's still fuzzy because she doesn't. Sorry, Jason just pointed out what my last caption was.
Butter noodles.
You see one of the dark blades is running towards you, and they go to sort of like grab you, and this black ooze just pours down almost in like this curtain in front of you, then to the side of you, then behind you. And it feels very warm. And this voice sounds out all around you. My predecessor. Or should I say, failed predecessor TK37.
Okay, look, I just got through with a really rough conversation, so who am I speaking to?
How are you still functional? Your body should have fallen apart from the void energy.
Honestly, that's a great question. You know, I've been just putting it through the ringer, and somehow it just keeps on going and going and going. And honestly, I'm tired, and I really want to sit down. So if you're going to try to kill me, just go ahead and fucking get it over with.
A battery. You have a battery. Interesting.
I don't know what that is. Look. Do you want the battery? Take the battery. I don't fucking care, okay? If I'm dead, I'm dead. I did good enough. If not, fuck off.
I will take everything of yours to understand you. I've shown up to consume you. I am the perfection. I am the creation. I am the magnum opus. And you are a failed prototype. That intrigues me.
And you see like the goo starts, the ooze, this black ooze is just sort of now falling on your shoulders, hitting your head. Roll me a death saving throw.
That's a 3.
You feel your legs are so weak. You slip back. And you sort of like land in all this ooze, and it's slowly starting to go over you.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. I've changed my mind. This sucks. I am, and she's coughing at the fucking potions wearing off on her. And then she's realizing, wait a minute, I'm probably not even actually here. Do I even have a potion in me? Does it matter? I'm in brain space at this point, right? So I'm gonna need you to fuck off, and she's gonna try to brain power her way out of some slime.
Yeah, roll me another death saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's an 18.
You push this slime away, but it's still grabbing onto you and pouring onto you.
What is randos? What is glyph?
Randos is a stupid ass name that I didn't pick out. And Cliff is a cool ass dude. So fuck off.
I'll have to collect these as well.
Oh, hell no.
And you
No,
feel...
no. Shut the fuck up. If you want to take me, that's fine. You ain't fucking touching them. Nobody's fucking touching them. Well, I came down here so that nobody would fucking touch them. So you can eat my fucking ass.
An ooze falls on your ass. Roll me a death saving throw.
No!
Not my ass.
Not my ooze ass.
Oh shit, that's another 18, baby.
So you're
I'm
pushing
getting the
this
fuck
away
out of here.
as you're screaming out, and you feel like more of it is pouring on you. It's like now like just sort of like rushing upwards. Your head is sticking out of it as you're pushing it away and shoving it back.
The early stages of power.
And you feel this just anger building up. You're pushing this stuff away. You're screaming, not wanting to die. And it's starting to now go like in your eyes, your ears, your mouth, up your nose as it's trying to go inside and take over. Roll again.
You aren't going to believe this.
Did you get a 1?
No, I got a third 18.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
Good
You-
turkey, baby.
You scream out as you're trying to push all this away, and you feel something grab you by the neck and just shake you a bit as you hear the beeping of the machine beside you. All right, now, TK. Hold still. It's just a dream. And your eyes flutter open as you see the scientist. This goblin, they have these large pustules all over them. Their heads deformed and shaped in different ways. As they're moving along in this white lab coat, these cloudy yellow eyes are looking at you as they inject something into this IV bag. There you are, feeling better.
Can I feel my arms?
You can feel your arms. You're very tired, though. Feel very weak.
I'm still gonna try to take a swing at this guy.
You lift your
Call me
arm up, and
Dr. Pimple Popper.
And it gets to a certain length when you look down and see there's a leather strap, like stops your arm.
Yes, we had to add those. You're still believing you're there. Now, your world of magic and fantasy. Don't worry, my dear child. I'll help you. They took you away from me. They put you in that broken body, but I'll get you back. Are you feeling better now?
Oh, fuck you! Fuck all this shit! Fuck your fucking tubes and bags, your weird pussy head. Can she throw the dart, please?
You don't feel it here.
Oh.
Oh,
Not good. I'm
They-
assuming she can't reach the straps with her teeth.
No. They
She
reach
can't reach
forward
him with her
this,
teeth.
this warty hand. They put it on the side of your
I'll
face.
go bite his hand.
You bite down on his hand and you feel his skin regrowing on your teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my dear Tiffany, calm down.
Oh, fuck you. Tiffany's fucking dead. I know who I am. I know who I am, and I killed that bitch, and I killed her asshole husband. I'll fucking kill you too. Fuck all of this. I'm just me.
Ah, good. Yes, you killed the variation. Perfect. At least you won't have to compete anymore in that broken frame. We'll get you back, though. Don't worry.
You ain't getting shit but my fist in that fucking nose.
Just like your mother. All right. Let's see here.
They pull their hand away and like a chunk of their, it's like that hand meat, it just stays in your mouth. And you watch as it just regrows on the hand.
Spit it in his face.
Classic hand meat.
Class, that's how hand meat works.
You've heard of canned meat. Now there's hand meat.
Oh man, roll 20. Give us more money. Please.
Give us some money. Roll 20. And you look and you see the name tag. And your eyes catch it for just a moment as you read Dr. Yig. Meanwhile, Weary, you are cold, sore. You have a headache. You wonder if that's just because you're ahead. If that's just how this works. Is you're trying to sleep, but someone keeps waking you up. Weary! Weary, I don't mean to be a party pooper, but going to need you to get up now.
Oh, I was assuming I was dead.
Oh, well, not that lucky. Could you help me?
What? I thought you were Kyle. What could I possibly help you with?
Well, there's a piece of rebar through my stomach, and I can't quite get up.
Oh, that is unfortunate. And I kind of squint to open my eyes, and I wiggle my little spidery legs under my head.
And you see this, and you see like the bits of flint everywhere. And you see TK just passed out in this pool of blood.
Oh shit. Well done, TK.
Oh, the little goblin servant from the manor.
Yeah, sure.
Get me a mimosa, please.
Kyle, I think all of us are in several states of not alive. I need you to calm down.
That's how I calm down. I calm down with my calm down mimosa.
I don't think there's mimosas here, and I just start to trundle over off of Kyle, off of Kyle's shoulder and towards TK.
You skitter across as you're sort of like moving over, and there's like mounds of gold.
Yeah,
and
like all the
here.
practical effects are done by John Carpenter. As my head trundles towards.
And TK looks rough. There is so many. It looks like a lot of the wounds though are internal. Like TK like exploded from the inside, like blood's coming out of her eyes, ears, nose. Like it just looks like she really pushed it. And like in front of her, the dark blade is like flickering with this flames, and she's just like face down in this blood.
I trundle over to the dark blade and tap it twice.
Hey, yeah, what the hell?
Oh, good, you're functional. Good job, you and TK there. Great stuff. Big fan of the splatter.
Good. I do admit, yeah.
Hey,
But,
a question. Can you form a body? I know you're attached to TK. Can you form a body? I can't perform surgery as a head, and Kyle is rebarred.
Well, all right, get me over to... Yeah, oh, do I just let everyone die, or do I let Kyle grab onto me? Oh,
Do you really want... Oh, God, I guess Kyle has to use Kyle Life Force to actually summon your body for me to use.
oh no.
Darkblade,
really-
Kyle.
Well, I
really
think
sorry.
this is just where we accept death.
Oh, no. Kyle, I really can't let you do that. I've worked much too hard to keep myself and everybody in the randos alive. Plus, if you choose to give up here, I think TK
I'll be
will just...
fine. I'll just sort of like float into another time and space. Will it be
No,
awesome?
but-
Probably. Will I have an awesome time? Definitely. Will I just not... I don't want Kyle to touch me.
No, Darkblade, you'll survive. TK will just become part of your collective and beat the shit out of you for eternity.
Still sounding a little bit better than
Oh
this
my
current
God.
predicament.
As someone
but-
who has unfortunately been Stockholm Syndrome by being a prisoner with Kyle, he's not horrible in short bursts.
All right. Drag me over with your weird little spider body.
Oh, great. Fantastic. And I start like dragging like mouth to the ale hilt to
This
just
reminds
drag
me
the
that-
sword over to Kyle.
One time there was a lizard, there was a dark blade, and this is kind of how things went for a while. They didn't live... Well, they did like decently, I'd say. Better than some.
But what's the selection process for Darkblade if you had a list? Whatever.
There's a lot of darkness in that one's heart. They saw their whole family eaten alive in front of them, so it was just... Yeah.
Fantastic. Super great. I spit out the sword next to Kyle's hand. Kyle, your mimosa's here. Grab it.
No, it's just a sword, Weary. God, get your eyes
Oh.
checked.
Oh, I thought your eyes weren't
Classic.
working.
What? No, I just have a rebar through my stomach.
I need you to form a
Oh,
body
that
for
one's-
Darkblade so I can perform major surgery, Kyle.
Ooh. Give me.
This is temporary. TK will unimmortal you if you keep it for too long.
And he grabs onto Darkblade, and like immediately his hand is like incinerated, and it grows back slowly. And he grabs on again, and he's concentrating, and he points it in front of him, and Darkblade appears, and it is Kyle had the choice here. You got Disco Darkblade, and it's
Fantastic.
Oh
like-
boy.
height of disco. Like there's somehow like flaming chest hair that's out, and like the gold chain, everything, white disco
Wow.
suit, bell bottom jeans, all that that's there. They look down at you.
Hey, all right. This is what I'm talking about. We don't talk about Disco Darkblade.
Wait, does that mean Disco Darkblade existed before?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I actually love this look for you. And I start to crawl up his shoulder and attach myself to like over here as like
You-
a surveyor.
You feel your hair; it starts to get infused with disco.
Oh no, please don't curl my hair.
It is
No.
curling. It's curling.
Oh, we it's a race against time. Let's go.
You rush forward as you know you dance forward as you finally make it there.
Right.
They don't have
Leaving
shoes; it's rollerblades,
Leaving a trail of
roller
glitter.
skates. Yeah, and it takes so long, but you do make it there. And you crouch down. TK looks like they're convulsing and like twitching, and
Oh,
they're
this is bad.
trying to move, but they can't.
All right, I'm going to. I don't have my tools with me, but Darkblade can sort of. I assume Darkblade can make stuff appear in
Yeah, like
hand. Yeah. So
like
I
scalpels and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. So for like necessarily, I can create like a medical kit basically.
Okay, I'll let you roll a medicine.
Yeah, sure. Since I'm using a toolkit for it, I will get expertise, so I will get to add another plus 4 to it. Or sorry, plus 4. Oh, not 20. Heck yeah.
Okay, well, you start to get to work, and it's so nice having tools that can like go right through the skin and not pierce it and stuff. Like you're working on things, and TK, you're in this like lab as you're telling this person basically go fuck themselves in classic TK fashion.
She's trying to just will her thumbs to break so that she could squeeze them out of the cuffs.
Yeah, and you're trying to use your powers. Nothing's happening but a slight headache. But then you feel this pull like at the center of your back, and it's small at first, and you feel it more, and then you just like go boom, as if you're just flying right back, and you suddenly are like you're just sailing through nothing, and then it's like you're splashing through water, and you are looking around. You see Headcrab Weary, Disco Darkblade, and you can hear Kyle screaming to get help.
Yeah, JK snaps up, and like her immediate reaction is to just reach right into her chest for the Darkblade.
And Darkblade, with a thankful sigh, disappears as they form into the sword in front of you.
My head plops to the ground.
And we'll
Who the fuck killed Weary?
I'm not dead. Just like from like a couple feet down.
No, Weary's definitely dead. Put him in the cart. So we go from there as we leave you in the basement. We go over to where the rest of the randos are. Kratok, Alora, Glyph, and Trust. You are all upstairs. You feel this explosion. You hear the screams. And you just like sort of rock forward.
I just say no, and I can feel that they're very far below us, right?
Yeah, you felt this explosion was definitely like, it's probably the basement that these little creatures were talking about.
Okay, I run immediately back into the room with the orb scientist with the who now has a jaunty headband.
And there's so many warnings on these computers.
Yeah. And I'm like, you will show me how to get to the basement now.
I'll go out the door, go to the left, and go down. There's stairs.
Okay.
Nice.
With all the speed I have, I'm gonna run.
Yeah, and it was to the right, but you do see them. So you're going, and you run in. I imagine the rest of you are following.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are as fast as me.
Little legs.
Cliff, you're so fast.
Y'all have not seen Glyph move this fast, except once in the video when they were chambers.
Cliff's like go gadget.
Yeah.
Not even in our first race together.
Where was this speed when we wanted to get first?
Top rogue speed.
So you're racing, you're chasing after Glyph. You get to these stairs that are slick with ice. Glyph, make me that acrobatics.
Oh no!
Well, we're gonna recreate that scene that you had early in game
from season 1.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Oh, we might. Oh, that's an 11.
So you are slipping and sliding. You are no longer like Sonic, gotta go fast. Always comes back to Sonic as you're like slipping and sliding like down these stairs, but you're holding onto like a handrail as you're making it down though, and the rest of the party has to like kind of like slowly go down these stairs after you. And you do make it to the bottom. There's like these winding caverns, and you hear a scream. I need a mimosa though.
And just to myself, I'm like, I'm going to throw him in the ocean.
I feel like we all collectively shudder.
Yeah, you all know. You've been in that house for 10 days with that guy. Like,
yeah, I keep running. I'm chasing the sound.
You enter into this large room, and there is just blood and coins everywhere. You see TK is sitting up, looking around, trying to figure out like what's going on. And you do see Kyle and Weary there. Weary is in head crab mode. Kyle is still stuck with Rebar. And the rest of you catch up as well.
Yeah, I think as Cliff is running into the room, he's just gonna see TK ripping Kyle off the rebar, not carefully with her telekinesis, just grabbing him and just ripping.
So you're pulling, and then you get Kyle up with a. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. TK's
Good thing
Just-
we got friends here, am I right? And then just a little wink at everyone.
breathing and staring at Goo, and oh, she's in a weird headspace.
Yeah. Glyph just runs in and runs right over, and I just pick TK up.
Her little
I
feet
found
dangling.
Weary.
I crawl over the shoulder and this is a bit of a moment. I'm gonna jump onto Glyph's shoulder, jump to the ground, scuttle over to my husband.
I'm not even holding. Oh, so
yeah.
what?
Ian, I'll let you talk to yourself if you want.
Yes, please talk to yourself.
Oh no, I'm not. I won't do that.
Okay,
I go through the, I assume, gross process that you'll describe of reattaching my head to my body. But we'll do that later.
Yeah, much like Lego. It's just a, you know,
Yeah, the sound that meat Legos make. Yeah.
classic.
TK grabs Glyph's like collar and like gets real close to their face and just says, Glyph, I won. And look, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. They can't stop us. And we're idiots. We suck at this. And they can't stop us.
I pull you to me. Like, I've never hugged anyone before. Like, I was never the giver of a hug, so this is like a really hard hug.
It pops her back if she likes it. Feels good.
And I'm just holding you for a second. And I'm like,
Gentle. I did
yes.
just like almost die.
Yes, you are full of bones.
You are sitting at like 1 hit point.
Yes,
Kratok looks over at Alora like, you see this shit?
And I kind of kneel down, and I'm still holding you, and I put you down. And I put my forehead to your forehead, and I say, "You're the most infuriating woman. I need you to stop running into danger without me. Please."
Sorry, Scotty's picking a really bad time to squeak her toy.
We could say it's Kyle who found something in the treasure. Look, it squeaks. It's like it's talking to me.
Yeah, TK, she's like, you know what? No.
What?
You know what?
It's fine.
Come here.
Bubbles is here.
Let Scotty roleplay.
I guess it's Bubbles.
Bubbles
Yeah.
runs up.
Bubbles is happy to see you.
Bubbles is happy.
That is very distracting. Come here.
That is canon. Bubbles is like jumping up while TK's trying to
Yeah.
have this
Relax.
moment. It's just like licking.
Yes, just licking both of
Yeah.
us.
You know what? You are absolutely right. I'm sorry I left. I thought that maybe I could figure this out without murder.
That's rarely your MO.
Yeah, hence why I murdered my husband. Okay, so
I'm glad you're alive. And I'll like
Scotty, hush. Stop it.
Weary?
Weary, having been reattached with the horrible fleshy, is now like doing the horrible icky little like Eskimo or not. I shouldn't call it that. The little nose smooch that people do when they're gross and in love. And with trust, and then looks over and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm alive, and it was horrible, and I hated it."
You're welcome.
Thanks.
No one's ever said that to me.
I really have trouble believing that.
You hear this chime. Ding, ding, ding. Hello, and welcome to the Nostradamus Corporation Sky Castle. Unfortunately, the power core has been severely damaged, and we will need to take this into offline mode. Don't worry, though. All Nostradamus Corporation employees simply have to make their way to the basement, where a number of different vehicles are there that they can depart into. Please don't enter into the offline space, or we can't do anything to save you. Meanwhile, outside the castle, we see this plume of just black exhaust. And this just like puttering, this weird aircraft is moving forward. All right, dear boy. Kutok, could you hand me the bottle over there?
Yeah, sure thing.
Just make a little screwdriver for the trip. You know, you weren't lying. There's a fucking castle right there.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's just a castle.
You know, when Twilia's thing, I said to myself, I said, no, I shan't. But you, the silver tongue on you, you devil, and boy, you drank me under the table. That never happened before.
Oh, there's a first time for everything, Twilio.
Don't take the wheel for a moment.
Oh, you got it.
I know I have pistachios here somewhere. There. Oh, we are spiraling down. 1 second. Here we are. All right. Oh, look at that. There's a little port there. Port in the storm. Oh, so we'll make it to this. We make it to this castle, and that damn port is moving all over the place as this machine is just weaving through the air. Damn. Where are your friends located? We're gonna have to pick a few of them up somewhere.
I don't really know, to be honest.
They're probably back in the ocean or some shit that people do without cool things.
You think they're sailing right now?
How else are they gonna get here?
Yeah, you got a good point.
It's not like they have some conveniently placed sorcery or something.
Well, they manage to find sorcery all the time somehow.
I don't trust any of it. You just need good old-fashioned machinery here, and it'll take you places. All right. Cheers, Kutok.
Cheers. Kutok like completely lets go of the wheel to do the cheers.
Yeah, and he's not holding it either. You clink glasses and drink. Oh shit! And all of you inside, you hear this horrific screech of metal as they attempt a landing, and they're just like sparks are flying. He'd forgot to put the landing gear out. It's just like they're just going like, we're good, we're good, and it slowly sort of like squishes in to where all of you are with all this gold and bits of flint and whatnot. And you're there being sweet as you're just watching. It just gets closer and closer and closer, and you see two Plumerians inside there. You see one, a very ragged-looking Plumerian. It looks like they normally have yellow feathers, but it's just been so much exhaust and everything all over them. And you look behind him and see Sir Kritok Prismwing.
We look over to our
TK is
Kritok.
looking back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
You see Sir Kritok Prismwing.
Oh god.
And that's what we're going to call it.
What do you?
What?
Where did this come from? Why are there
Okay, who fucking time traveled?
Oh,
Yeah,
next
oh my god.
Clearly.
we will find out.
Can't believe Kratok time traveled without us.
Gosh, Kratok.
I
Knowing
can't.
full well we
If
would ruin
anyone's
the
gonna
time
do it,
screen.
it's gonna be Kratok. Are you kidding me?
Like, yeah, if it was
Take
all of
these
us,
idiots time
if it
traveling.
was all of us, we'd
You're not
ruin the time stream
responsible.
so
He's like,
fast.
while TK went down to blow everybody up, I went back in time and have fun.
Weary went back in time and delivered like that meme reverse flash speed speech to like somebody. I don't know who.
Hey.
Like the really stupid one where it's like
Mm.
it was like, do you remember on your date during junior prom? Like that speech. Like,
Oh my god.
Weary went back in time and like messed with somebody that way.
Well, you see, when you got the right shoes on and you're running from Dr. Robotnik and you're going fast enough, you can defy time and space, and you just go right back.
I don't know enough about.
Are you?
Dog
Did-
goes back to Sonic.
Yeah. Hey, every single time you're gonna think about life. You'd be like, man, and then you're thinking about it, and it slowly, like, that connection. You jump from one idea to the next. Sonic. Everything that you go through, it's gonna happen. You'll
Sonic
see.
all the way down.
Well, did you all enjoy your time in the castle?
Yay! I can put away
Yay.
trust sheet for
Almost
now.
like we were actually in a horror game this week.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty horrific.
I've been sitting on this place for too long.
2 years.
This was supposed to be the easy dungeon.
I missed my opportunity to make a joke about like, oh, this is a good year. Like comparing the vats to like wine bottles. Like, oh, this is a good vintage. It's a vintage Tiffany.
What was gonna happen in the good version? So Flint wasn't gonna be like totally chaotic and all wild. It was just gonna be statues of Tiffany's everywhere. Very tasteful art statues. But just obviously
Still a
someone who's a
little
little
crazy.
obsessed still. Like they spend time in the far realms, they're not okay. But they would have only one tube, and they would have grown the perfect Tiffany to take the soul out of TK, put it in there, and then they'd be happy and go do their thing. Probably go to space because fuck it, that's the right
As
approach.
usual, we fucked it up.
We're doing
They
great.
did.
We screwed up.
After
doing
you leveled
fantastic.
2 city blocks in Plumeria,
It was 3 city blocks.
you killed a lot of
Smart.
people. Yeah, it was funny though. I was like, I had a chuckle at the end of the year. I'm
That
like,
domestic terrorism we did, it was very funny.
I was like, they almost had an easy dungeon, and they themselves made it really difficult and almost died. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah, I've been taken to describing this game as like, in the back of your adventure book where it says, here's what to do if they fail completely. We're there. Like we're careening in that direction.
You've been there
Just
since
flip
like
through
season
that
1.
section.
You're still doing it though. You took out 3 out of 5 masks.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else has done better than us.
Yeah.
And we're idiots.
See, we are.
All right.
That was
Well, this has been a blast. I hope you all enjoyed today's session of Rise of Nyarlathotep. I had fun playing through the weird castle in the sky, and soon we'll be heading straight towards the final arc. Be a little bit of time between, but we're getting there. And I'm very excited. I got all these cool plans for horrible monstrosities and weird little creature characters that you'll run into in this final hellscape land. Things like we'll bring back some old favorites. Maybe we'll bring back Chip. We haven't seen him in a while. He was
Chip
detonated?
up.
I can bring him back.
What?
I'm the
Bring
GM.
back Chip too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have 2 Kratoks. You can do whatever you want at this point.
Actually, that wasn't me. That's all Jason. Jason thought this up. Jason had this plan since, when was it? Like, I think the fight against the glyph monster.
Oh gosh.
What?
Okay.
It's been a while.
What?
Yeah, around there.
That was part 2 of season 1.
That was so long ago.
It's at least a full year.
Yeah, Jason's
Yeah.
had this plan for a while, and so I'm
Yeah.
glad to see it came into fruition.
We're almost at our 2-year anniversary.
Yay.
February.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's session of Rise of Nyarlathotep. We will be back with this wonderful story to figure out why are there two Kratoks. On Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. I will make sure that the dog does not reset my computer, so we won't have those issues again. No Windows updates. But yes, and also this Saturday, we are coming back with another episode of Escaping Carcosa. It'll be the offline edition, so the Call of Cthulhu crew, who I've been editing along, and it just keeps getting weirder and more wonderful. So I'm very excited to show you what shenanigans they get up to. So show up for that is 4 o'clock on Saturday. That's CST time, because that's my time, and I base everything around it. So yeah, we will be showing up there, and this has been a blast. So if you want to go around the table, any recommendations, anything you want to say, my recommendation is two-part. Just try taking a week where you don't do anything productive. Don't further your life in any way. Just relax. And you will thank yourself for it. It's amazing. Also, watch Singles Inferno, because I need someone to talk to about it, and it's a lot of fun. And me and Michelle have been powering through it. So somebody out there watch this show and then DM me on Twitter or something. I don't know. All right, I'll pass it over to Ian.
Hey everybody! Once again, sorry for the verbiage earlier. As soon as the words left my mouth, I'm like, wait, that's insensitive. They don't call it that anymore. So yeah, my bad. I have recommendations. I'm recommending the indie game Tunic. You play as a little fox that goes on a Zelda adventure, and there might be some more sinister stuff going on beneath the surface. Also, you collect like pages of the actual manual of the game, and that like helps you figure out secrets and make your way around the map, and it's very cute. And then I'm also recommending, because I'm back on reading comics again, I'm recommending, this is backwards, but it should show up front facing. It's The Nice House on the Lake. It's got some bones. It's a really, really cool horror comic that I picked up, and it's done by the same author as Something is Killing the Children, which is also like, man, if that isn't Monster of the Week, but like a lot of children dying, it sure is that. But yeah, same guy who does that is doing The Nice House on the Lake. And it's like, what if you and some buddies of yours got stuck in a lake house and the whole world ended around you? And, you know, your best friend is like helping you out with this cool lake house. And it's great. You should definitely give it a read. It's definitely not super spooky and definitely not having me go like, oh shit, a lot. So highly recommend giving it a read. You can find it in trade paperback, or if you're a freak, you can track down individual issues.
Meg.
Hey, I am Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants. Happy 2023, y'all. It's gonna go fast. That is all I'm going to say. There's a lot that I want to recommend, but just take care of yourselves as always. I am doing that in refusing to acknowledge that I have to go back to work on Thursday. Speaking of taking a week of doing jack shit. That being said, today I did that by playing Little Wood, which is a very cute Stardew Valley-esque kind of game. So if you like little town builder sims and like you get to sort of actually like city build this little town. And apparently, according to Steam, I've played it for 5 hours already. Oops. Because I got it this afternoon and haven't stopped. It is currently on the sale that Steam's got going on for like half off. So it's like $7.49 on Steam. And it's a lot of fun. And you can like romance characters. And it's a lot of fun. There's lots of little things that I've unlocked that I keep discovering. And it's a lot of fun. I know I keep saying that, but it is. If you like cozy games, that's definitely going to be up your alley. The other thing I can recommend is kind of the opposite of what Lucas said, and that's definitely prepare yourself for 2023. Like I said, it's going to go fast. We were talking before the show about how people have been dunking on that one Twitter thread that's been going around about couples that sit down and plan their shit out.
Listen, that's just good. That's a good suggestion that even if you're single, plan out your finances.
Yeah, like actively sit down and reflect. As a teacher, it is definitely going to be a busy year for me already after I've already sat down and done the goal setting stuff. So it's, keep yourself apprised of your own situation. and there's a lot that can happen if you write it down. Also, speaking of if you write it down, there's a cute little habit tracker app called Finch. And it is free to use, but there is a fuller version for like $30 a year that gives you full access of like habit tracking. You can set your daily agendas. You can access all the mental health stuff. They have like depression, anxiety quizzes. They have like appreciation of your body quizzes of like, I don't hate my corpse. This is okay. That was fun to take on a bad day. And they have other things like the hotlines and all of that as well, and different breathing methods that I, as an anxious chihuahua of a human being, I've used it, and it's amazing, and it's super helpful. It's a fun way to stay accountable on the things that you do, because you also get little gems for each task you do. You get to like energize your little bird buddy as they go on a little mission. And it's really inclusive because you've got she, her pronouns, he, him pronouns, and they, them pronouns that you can pick for your little bird buddy. And you could even change them later on. And all of the clothing designs and stuff, you can put them on your bird regardless of the assigned gender or lack thereof that you gave them. It's a lot of fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm on like week 2, and it's been super helpful in tracking my own stuff. Also, get up and move your body a little bit more. You need it. If you can.
And Jess.
Yes, hello from 2023. Thank you all for coming out. I'm art_fantastical on Twitter and Instagram. I've been doing a good bit of art for the show. Totally didn't do our New Year's Eve art at 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve. If you want to know how wild my night was. If y'all like horror, because you must, because you're here, I suggest playing Fallen London. It's one of the largest text-based games online, and basically it's set in the Victorian period, and London was stolen by bats and dragged underground. And it's a very wild mix of basically any horror media you could want, Sherlock Holmes, everything. It's like gaslight punk horror. It's really weird. I played it during lockdown when everyone else was playing Animal Crossing. So everyone's like, oh, I need 3 more butterflies. And I'm like, I need 3 more eyeless skulls. So it's that kind of game. I got back into it because of the Christmas event. But it's fun. And it has a built-in system that you can't just sit and play it constantly. It makes you stop. So it's fun in just short little bursts. And I enjoy it, and y'all might enjoy it too. So Fallen London online. And it's also free.
Nice. And Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve. You can find me over at Lawless Vic on the Twitter. That's Lawless as in crimes, Vic as in victory. First of all, sorry that Scotty's been kind of a turd.
Never
I
apologize.
don't know.
Do not apologize for the baby.
I don't know what's been going on with her, but she's been so hyper and very annoying lately. She'll just stare at me and bark and whine constantly unless I am in direct contact with her.
So that glute
And
ball
then
energy.
sometimes she decides, even if I'm in direct contact with her, that means I'm going to turn around and start nipping at you while barking. So I don't know. I can't figure out what she wants, and it's driving me crazy. Because for the longest time she was so good, and I don't know what's going on now. What do you want? What is it?
Constant love.
2 more walks,
Mama.
please.
You want to come out?
Maybe it is just because it's winter and we've been taking shorter walks because it's cold out. Maybe if I just take her on like a 10-mile walk and just exhaust her for 3 days straight, that'll do the trick.
Tired dog's a happy dog.
And yeah, for recommendations, I've just got a Need for Speed Unbound. It's pretty fun. It's not worth $70. Get it on sale with like a coupon like I did, so you can get it for like $30. I'd say it's worth $30. You know, I have no idea why a racing game's running for $70. It's ridiculous. And then I think it's called The Long Road. which is a driving game, not a racing game, where you just drive down a very long road and scavenge parts for your cars while occasionally fighting a rabbit or a zombie. It's fun and dumb, and it's got really weird arms. Look it up, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, that's what I got.
And Jason.
Hey, following on from Lucas, I'm going to recommend if you have access to like a steam room or a sauna, go sit in it till you can't stand it anymore. And when you get out, you'll feel really good. It's really relaxing. Highly recommend it. Other than that, I'm really curious what everyone thinks is going on. The information's out there, but it's not very explicit. That's all I'll say. Anyways, thanks for coming out, everyone.
All right. Well, we will be back on Saturday with Escaping Carcosa, and we will be back on Tuesday with Rise from Nyarlathotep, where we will find out why there is 2 Kratoks. But for now, because we are very proficient at streaming, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to raid the Empath Theater, which we've hit up a few times before. Let's see what they're up to. There may be mature languages, so ensure your ears. All right, everyone. Until next time, bye for now. Bye.